A man accidentally drifted into a mysterious daughter island. When he woke up, he was stunned. In front of him were all beautiful women with white skin. This was the first time they saw a real man. The beautiful queen was deeply attracted by this man. The queen strongly requested the man to stay on the island, if he was willing. All these beauties would marry him. The man was so excited that he fainted on the ground. The queen was very happy to see the man's muscular chest. She ordered the girls to carry the man back to the tribe. From then on, David lived a sweet and happy life on Daughter Island. The queen would bring him a cup of secret medicinal wine every day. Just rubbing the wine on his body would give him great strength. At first, David enjoyed his life like a fairy. After a few months, the queen's skin became more and more beautiful. It was like being 18 again. At night, the girls were at their happiest. They all rushed into David's house. But David was so tired that he thought of running away. A pirate ship was passing near the island. David thought long and hard about it. But he finally boarded the ship and ran away for the night. But he was attacked by a storm on the way. Eventually, their ship ran aground on another island. The pirates had to go hunting in the mountains to fill their stomachs. They found a giant footprint on the ground. Everyone was terrified. David said there was no beast in the world like a woman. He didn't even care about tigers. After hearing that, they forgot about the beast. They were enjoying the fruits of the island. Just then, they suddenly found a cave in front of them. The pirates hurriedly went in to check it out and found a herd of goats in it. The pirates, who hadn't eaten meat for a few days, were very excited. Inside the cave, there were not only goats, but also fresh goat's milk. There was even sweet and sour cheese. Careful David found a 300-pound axe lying on the rock. Although he was strong, he couldn't lift the axe. At this time, the pirates did not realize the danger. They were happy to kill the sheep and cook to celebrate this wonderful day. A fragrant roasted sheep was soon ready. They happily ate the meat. After eating, they started to carry the supplies. They carried away everything that was edible. At that moment, a huge black shadow suddenly came out. An 8-meter-tall giant appeared in front of them carrying a boar. This scene scared the pirates so much that they fled. The giant was furious when he realized that the goat had been roasted. He lifted a 2-ton boulder with his bare hands and blocked the hole. "If you eat my fat goat, I'll eat you." Now the pirates have become his food. David didn't panic and tried to negotiate with the giant. He wanted to stay as his slave in exchange for his life. But the Goliath said he didn't want slaves. He just wanted to roast them and eat them. The terrified pirates fled in a panic. The slower ones were swallowed alive by the giant. David felt that he could not escape the fate of being eaten. So he risked to pick up the wine on the ground and said to Goliath, "You only need to take a sip of wine to get 10 times the pleasure." Goliath was puzzled and sucked 5 pounds of wine into his mouth. After drinking it, he really felt extraordinarily relieved. So the giant asked the pirates for more wine. Unfortunately, they had run out of wine. David said he could make wine himself. All he needed to do was to send his men out to collect grapes and start making it. But the giant was no fool. He said he would go outside and pick grapes, and the pirates would have to stay inside the cave and work. Once the grapes were picked, they started to make grape wine. 10 stinking feet stomped on it. The giant seemed to smell the aroma and started drooling. Half a month later, the wine was finally made. The greedy giant picked up a pot of wine and poured it into his mouth. But his appetite was so big that he finished the wine in no time. The pirates could only keep feeding him more and more